gentlemen. Welcome to Red Sky Coven Touring Folk Club. We're hoping that you will all sit on the floor so we can have a little Woodstock here. But you don't have to if you don't want to, but it will probably be more comfortable for you. I'm afraid the entire performance tonight will be in English because we're ignorant and we don't know any Dutch at all. I'm sorry. It's pathetic really, isn't it, still? The show will be divided into two halves. In the first half, all four performers will be giving a short demonstration of what it is they do. Are we ready, gentlemen? As we'll ever be, right. So please will you welcome first one of Britain's finest young contemporary folk singers, Rev Hammer.
Alright, how are you all? Please give a big hand to Mr. Brett Selby on bass guitar for this evening.
Till I nearly cried, and he made me fill in forms till I shook with fear about the colour of my toilet roll and if my cousin's queer. Well, he asked me how many jobs I'd had before, and he nearly has a heart attack, Lord, when I answer for 4 jobs in 20 years. Oh no, this could never be, for we only take on men who will work until they die. And I said, here's you gold watch and shekels for your chains, and your piece of paper say you left you sane. When you've got a son and he wants a good career, why you get him the sign on the dotted line and work for 50 years. Can you clap? Well, yes, the outside where the graves don't stand in line. This is where we bury them in big stone and in line. Well, and if you're going to work for us, well, yes, you must agree that if you're gonna die, old son, please do it Durantee. Bring hand, here's you golden watch and shekels for your chains, and your piece of paper to say the left you sane. When if you've got a son and he wants a good career, why you get him the sign on the dotted line, work for 50 years. Story I'm a-telling, we may think rather queer, but it is the truth you may be surprised to hear. For I did not want no job upon the board, why I just want to take a broom and sweep the bloody floor. So I said, here's you gold watch and shekels for your chains, and your piece of paper to say you left me sane. And if you've got a son and he wants a good career, why you get him the sign on the dotted line, work for 50 years. Why you get him the sign on the dotted line and work for 50 years. Excuse me a minute while I pull my tights up.
Well, it's really good to be here. In fact, it's good to be anywhere where you don't have to pay poll tax. This is very eccentric lighting, yes.
Stood in the middle of the ring and the referee stood between Murphy and him. They had to rung that bell when the head went in. Punch drunk stagger with blood on his chin, but I ain't here to raise no lead. Or in Whitechapel, oh, but I say that's just the way you earn a quid. Now he saw red as he saw blood, and he caught Murphy right hand third, and he crushed his skull and he broke his guts, and he stamped on his head, took his cut. Oh, but I ain't here to raise no lead. Or I'm Whitechapel, oh, but I say that's just the way you earn a quid. Now Punch Drunk came hold his hammer, he earns a living best he can. Never had no school, just an old tin can. You're pretty young and have to use his hands, but I ain't here to raise no lead. For I'm Whitechapel, oh, what I say, that's just the way you earn a quid. Well, they have been a thief and a lad and broke the eyes, the color of London smoke. And he called him sir when they spoke, for no one knew the end. He told out Murphy minute and he made that call, and spoke to Punch Drunk in his hall. He said, thanks for the fight, fella, thanks for the raw punch, thank you for the butt, thank you for the brother, but I ain't here to raise no lead. For I'm Whitechapel, oh, but he said, that's just the way. Well, that's just the way. Well, that's just the way you earn a quid.
Thank you very much. Will you please welcome on stage Slade the Leveller.
Our town, this is Friday night, dressed in our rags and our rage and our best, piercing eyes, looking for something, anything, just anyone. Stare across the floor as they begin to dance, missing all the rhythms, chosen right steps, and we laugh and we drink in our corner again. We're better than them, we're better than them. To body we were born, to body we live, to body we fall, to body we die. Still we tell ourselves over and over again, we're better than them, we're better than them. With our hunger and our hatred, we all walk this town. With our fear and our weakness, just holding on. With our doubts and our emptiness and this cold, cold frown, we've got to be so important we'll put the whole damn world down. And we build up the walls we can hide behind, and our finest weapon is our poison pride. Here in this town where the jealousy's gone, we're watching you. This truth is only what we need it to be, to bring the survival to reach every day. We know we're safe say to you, we tell ourselves over and over again, we're better than them, we're better than them. With our hunger and our hatred, we walk the streets of this old town. With our fear and our weakness, just clinging on. With our doubt and our emptiness and this cold, cold frown. We've got to be so important, we'll put the whole damn world down. Divided we were born, divided we live, divided we fall, divided we die. Still we tell ourselves over and over again, we're better than them, we're better than them, we're not like them. Oh, we're better than them, we're better than them, oh, them, we're better than them. Another foggy night in hometown, cruising the backstreet pubs with a friend or two. I guess we were laughing how we made it through those bad old days, when across the bar I caught a glimpse of you. Sometimes they ask me why I don't sit with you. I guess they'll never understand. I don't need to have my heart broken another time, or to have to shake your useless, wasted hand. So tell me, what do you dream about? And tell me, how do you shut it all out? And how do you live with yourself now? And I hope that she's really happy now. Now she got her cake and she went and ate him too. Heads down out on 47 Poison Street, with all the ghosts just sitting there with you. welcome Britain's best poet, Jules.
This is the intellectual part of the evening. Can we have like no fucking about with the lights? Because it like does my head in, you know what I mean? Worries me when the lights go off. I think I've gone blind.
I'll do my best.
No, don't you dare. One thing I hate is a clever lighting engineer. See you afterwards. Don't you think we all look peculiar tonight? We all look weird tonight. You know why that is? You know why Rev is wearing those tights? Why I'm wearing these leggings is because of the weather. Because English people, British people don't have weather normally. We don't have weather. We just say, you say, if anything happens with the weather, if it gets hot or anything, we all go completely crazy, right? Because it's like, and there's this great thing, the first day that it's very hot, right? Everybody goes, oh, isn't it wonderful? At last, the winter is over. It's warm, it's lovely. 2 days later, everyone's going, why is it so hot? Why can't it be winter? I can't stand this heat, it's terrible. We just go crazy with clothes. Because, I mean, if you notice when it's hot, you wear clothes that you would never normally wear in real life. The minute the hot weather comes, everybody's out on the streets wearing totally strange and bizarre clothes. Like those acid house clothes. Have you got all them now? Have you got them tracksuit bottoms with one purple leg and one yellow leg? Have you got those yet? I mean, it's bizarre. You can't believe it. You see young men who 5 years ago wore nothing but black are now wearing purple, green, yellow, orange, all together, all at once. And those shorts. They're all wearing those mad skateboard shorts. Can't believe it. It's untrue. Because we come from Bradford, which is in the north of England, and it's a very straight town. It's a very kind of a normal town. It's what the Americans call a redneck town. It's full of people who don't speak in sentences. They have a kind of international language of beer drinkers, where you get two of them meet in the street and they just go, what? What? Yo! They understand each other perfectly. I mean, they're fine. They could be anyone. They could be from Finland. They could be from, you know, Poland. It doesn't matter. They're fine. They go, whoa, yeah, whoa. It's a language of men which women have no part of. We don't know about that. Yes. Because have you noticed when boys get very drunk, they start to like each other a real lot? Do they do that here? Do they have that? They have the English boys do that because English boys are very... They feel no emotion. Straight, you know, like that. So when they get drunk, it all comes out. And they meet somebody they've met like for 2 minutes only, and then they're drunk, and then it's, you're my best friend. I've always liked you best. You're great. And they do it in this, and they're walking down the street doing it, you know. That song they always sing. Hi. What are you singing? Hi, Madonna. Anything. They don't know threads. You know what I mean? Women don't do that. Women just go through 2 stages of drunkenness. One is the stage. Sorry about that. And the other one is so we're much more easy to deal with, really. Anyway. But this is a poem called January 1990. The grey thunderclouds spread over the wet sky like ink stains, like spilt watercolours, monochrome and massive, indifferent to the people who clutch their coats around them, while the cold hands of the wind tug and rip. Oh, it was fine this morning. Washing blossomed up the terrace like a false spring. But now things have changed. Yes, things have changed. It will rain shortly. The shining streets, slick with dirt, will be guttered with little torrents foaming into backed-up drains. Girls with splattered stockings will squeal their protests as another car sweeps past, mucking up their silly high-heeled shoes even more. It's awful warm for winter time these days. Don't you think things have changed? Yes, things have changed. We watched a revolution on TV the other night. People shot at the soldiers who had gunned down their children. It made me think. Perhaps there was a chance for us here, but you all said those people were hungry, and they knew exactly who their tyrant was. He never hid his face. I thought, well, we knew that too, once. But we aren't hungry anymore. Things have changed. Yeah, things have changed. And these ideas go through my mind like old songs while I wait, shivering, for the stinking bus. And people don't speak. They don't look each other in the eyes as long as they're all right. That's all that matters to them. They are living like people in that sort of nightmare where you try to run, but you're stuck fast in the mud. So you give up. But things will change. Oh, yes. Things will change. Thank you for the lighting effect. It was terrific. Nasty English sarcasm. Thank God you're Dutch and understand. We have so much trouble in America. Americans don't understand sarcasm. It's because they're not European, but it's not their fault. We have to be kind to them. They're very simple. Did you know you're on film tonight? You're being filmed, videoed. You can all turn around now and wave to your mother. Oh, turn around, wave to your mother. I mean it, turn around, wave to your mother. It's going to go all over Europe, this. People are going to be watching and go, oh, look. Oh, I know her. Isn't that all it is? What were they doing there? I hope none of you is here with a person that you shouldn't be here with. Just, yeah, pointing here. There's a person down here. Camera. There's a person down here with a person they shouldn't be here with. So we'll just have that on film for eternity now. That's that. That's it. You've had it now. I don't know. So, look, he's having a great time, him. This is the only time you get to stand on a bar, isn't it? Like, properly, when you're not drunk. Isn't it? No. None of this table dancing in real life, is it? No, I know, yeah. I went to this very weird school in England because my parents paid for me to go to a private school because I was so stupid. So I couldn't get into a state school. And you think I'm joking? I'm not. This school was very small, so there were only a few people in every class. And there was somebody, you know, you saw, when you left school, you saw all the people in the town. Every now and again you would see somebody, you know, oh, hi, how are you? But there was one girl that nobody ever saw again. It was very strange. Nobody ever saw her. And it made me think that in every school, in every class, all over the world, there will be one person that nobody will ever see again. What happens to them? It wasn't dramatic. No big scenes or anything like that. Oh, her mother did give her a row about stealing that mascara, but Sandra didn't move out because of that. No. She just sort of drifted. Well, her dad had long since gone, and her mother, oh well, mother was a great one for going out. First off, Sandy stayed at her friend's flat up at Manningham, but it was a bit druggy, you know. It got on her nerves after a while. Eventually, someone said that you could get work easily at the big hotels in Birmingham, and it was a great laugh. So she packed all her stuff into a holdall and went. The night before she left, she met her mother in the Crown. Sandy told her she was leaving, but Ma was a bit drunk. Didn't seem to take it in. Just got all sloppy, calling her, my little girl. Oh, you're my baby. So Sandy left home, more or less unnoticed, took the coach, vanished. About a year later, her mother got engaged again, and seeing Sandy's friend in the pub, asked her where Sandy had gone. Oh, she wanted her daughter at the wedding because it was going to be a big, posh occasion. The friend said she thought Sandy had gone to London, chambermaiding or something. Ma sighed, dabbing at her eye with a tissue. Oh, she wouldn't know how to start to look in a big city like that. Oh dear, it's a shame, but that's that then, isn't it? Sandra had gone. The world swallowed her up, absorbed her. She never came home. No one noticed, really. You know, every time there's a big disaster, when the fire consumes, the train crashes, the serial killer strikes, or the winter takes another old person sleeping in a doss bag on the pavement, have you ever noticed how there are always some bodies that are never claimed, never identified, never asked for? Did you ever wonder what sort of lives they lived, solitary and unloved? Those dead people that no one misses, the ones that no one really noticed, as they just drifted. They just drifted away. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Rev Hammer.
Down by the river, oh Joe, where the house briskets and so much more. Down by the river, oh Joe, it's through the door and through the gate. Well, there was me, my brother, and a newfound man under the mother moon. Till it got later, sit down by the river, oh Joe. You see the river, oh, the river, oh, the river, oh Joe, the river ain't a never for sale. Said I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't a never for sale. We can't make a deal in the dead. You can bribe who the bloody hell you like, but I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't a never for sale. See, one time a weekend poured down by the river, oh Joe, till all you could hear was a pounding roar. Down by the river, oh Joe, they try to see the church we sang the planks, but the river kept rising till it burst its banks, and pretty soon the street got sank down by the river, oh Joe. See the river, oh river, oh river, oh Joe, the river ain't a never for sale. Said I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't a never for sale. Well, you can't make a deal in the dead of night. You can bribe who the bloody hell you like, but I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't a never for sale. Times there are down by the river, oh Joe. People travel for miles and far to get down by the river, oh Joe. But the locals do speak of the endless rain, the revenge of the muddy tides again. To the developers who would bring change down by the river, oh Joe. Say the river, oh river, oh river, oh Joe, the river ain't a never for sale. I said I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't a never for sale. but ain't never for sale.
Please welcome back on stage Mr. Brett Selby on the bass guitar.
Time they can look with any fingertip where you can barely see the old moonshine at a figure. But there's many miles to go till we reach higher ground. This place seems California bound. You can work this land of life and see, feel it breathe through history and lose it all the ways to the order of the ministry. And easy with me come along, for many leave by mother lights to spend the night as trespassers on a land where they once held the rights and a fear. But there's many miles to go till we reach higher ground. Now this place seems California bound. Prison walls and out to the craggy peaks of grey, eaten through with waterfalls, and Evie with me come along. For every moment's a crushing tightly blood with any fingertip where you can barely see the old moonshine out of fear. But there's many miles to go till we reach higher ground. For this place seems California.
Welcome back on stage, Jules.
You're getting confused yet with all this getting up and sitting down again? Don't worry about it. Is anybody here with their best friend? Yeah? Good. Because I said this, I did this show in England a little while ago in a place called Nottingham. And I said, oh, is anybody here with their best friend? And everybody went, because they're all goths, you know what goths are. Mission followers, feels the Nephilim people. Oh my God. Will you control yourself? Such a despair of him. We're going to have fun with him all night, isn't it? What do you like the Fields of Nephilim? Was that a comment? About that we're not supposed to say anything horrid about them or anything? They're very nice. Have you noticed, I mean, do you have a lot of goths here? You have that thing, don't you? You know that type of person. You know why they stand like that all the time? And they never speak because they're like biting it. They've got hold of them, Charles, they try that to make cheekbones. You don't, no. Because you're Dutch. But, and healthy, bronze people that you are as well. We all know that. Sporty types, the Dutch, we know it. So, anyway, I used to have this best friend, and she was very nice. She had one green eye. She was born this way, it wasn't contact lens. She had one green eye and one brown eye. and she would put green eye makeup on the green eye and brown eye makeup on the brown eye, because it like freaked men out completely. Because she was very tall and very beautiful and very elegant, and she would stand like that with the one eye, you know, she'd go, and all the boys would stand there going, and then she'd turn round like that and they'd go, fuck off. Because they can't cope, you see, men, with anything that's weird. Because they're very conventional by nature, and very romantic, shy, sweet. Aren't they, ladies? We understand. She knows her. But Rosemary was a very good friend of mine until this happened. When I got home after that long, cold bus ride, I made some strong tea and ran a hot bath, remembering how that used to be our cure-all. I thought about those lunch hours we spent laughing in the ladies and painting each other's faces, stopping in watching television with the sound off and doing the dialogue ourselves, drinking cider, making weird clothes with my grandmother's sewing machine, braiding up our hair, and crying after the disco and some boys' thoughtless cruelty. Ah, well, there was nothing that couldn't be made better with cups of black tea and telling the story over and over and over until the pain went out of it. On holiday that time, eh? Jeans rolled up and feet blue with cold. We ran away from the waves and ate ice cream sundaes. I mean, to hell with the diets. And who is that pretty boy? You are my best mate, Rosie. The last best friend of my youth. But you got engaged to Mike. Gold chains, nice suits, wine bars. And when I called for you that day, oh, Rosie, you wouldn't let me in the house. You just made me stand in the drive while you told me Mike didn't want you to hang around with me anymore because I was a bad influence. And you shut the door in my face. And I was glad that it was raining because you couldn't see me crying. And you know, when friends split up, it hurts for the longest time. It must have been 15 years ago. But it still catches in my heart, Rosie, and twists like the Judas kiss. Breathing and alive, but still invisible. A tainted cloud, a lord at the flies, a silent, drifting miasma that coils and creeps into every soul, then alters and spoils. And it shows in little ways, in meanness and in petty spite, in ignorance and cruelty. A beaten child, a ruined river, desertion and betrayal. Every heart a potential Judas, every soul willing to sell cheap. The land is overlaid with discontent. We still believe a hero will come, a shining one, and deliver us from this biting evil. That Arthur and his companions still sleep, unwaking, waiting for the clarion call to save us. That in our last hour of need, we'll all be swept away and rescued by some fabled Jesus, and a last judgment And in his faith, unspoken, unmentioned, a sort of hope. We wait, and wait, and wait, all unknowing that the only heroes are us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from New Model Army, Slade the Leveller.
When they look back at us and they write down their history, what will they say about our generation? We're the ones who knew everything and still we did nothing. Harvested everything, planted nothing. Well, we lived pretty well in the wake of the gold rush, floating in comfort on waves of our apathy, quietly gnawing away at our body till we mortgage the future and bury our children. Storehouses full with the fruits we've been given. We send off the scraggins to suckle the starving, but still we can't feed this strange hunger inside. Greedy, restless, and unsatisfied. I was never much one for the great Big Bang Theory, going out in a blaze of suicidal glory. Not foolish and brave, these leaders of ours, just stupid, petty, unworthy of power. Just a little leak here and a small error there, and another square mile gets poisoned forever. A series of sad and pathetic little fizzles, and out go the lights, never to return. The affair, it is over, the passion is dead. She stares at us now with ice in her eyes, but we turn away from these bitter reproaches, take up distractions to forget what we're doing. Well, I stand on these hills and I watch her at night. 1,000 square miles and a million orange lights. Wounded and scarred she lies silent in pain, raped and betrayed in the cold acid rain. And I wish and I wish and I wish and I wish that we could start over again. Yeah, I wish and I wish and I wish and I wish and I wish we could win back her love once again. Mr. Brett Selby once more. Here's a song about the same kind of thing. She stares at what to do next. There's a trace of frustration that pursues a face, searching for the key she should press. And I would help her if I only knew how, but these things, they're a mystery to me. And it seems that corporate eyes, they're watching. She bears the job and the moments are passing. I stare at her name tag, I think to myself, both you and I never asked for any of this. So let's take a walk up past the chemical works, where the sky turns green at night. And we'll talk about getting away from here, some different kind of life. But even the freshest mountain air, all the jet fighters practice overhead, and they're drilling these hills for uranium deposits. They'll bury the waste for our children to inherit. All this is all done for our own benefit. Oh, I swear we never asked for any of this. Well, this golden age of communication means everyone talks at the same time, and liberty just means the freedom to exploit any weakness that you can find. I turn up the TV just for a while, let us whisper to each other instead. And we'll all corporate ears do not listen, lest we find ourselves committing some kind of treason. Filing the tapes without right, without reason. They tell us that it's all for our own protection. I swear we never asked for any of this. Oh, I swear we never asked for any of this. Oh, I swear we never asked. Oh, I swear we never asked any of this. Thank you. We'll be back in 10 minutes so you can go and get a drink and things, alright? See you in a bit.
behalf of Red Sky Coven. Somebody's glittering out there. God, splendid. Without further ado, please welcome Rev Hammer.
Alright, listen, do you lot like Irish folk music? That's 3 of you, what about the rest of you? Do the people at the back like Irish folk music? No, I don't really care because I'm going to play the song anyway.
To the sheen of my brown hair, such a box and Elsie, I shook myself, but a sea of clouds still there. But from Bantry Bay up to Derry King, lost your way to Dublin town. Know me to seem like a brown Colleen that I met in the county down. She almost picture, I shook my head and I looked with a feeling red. And I said, since I hear to a passerby who's the maid with the nut brown hair. And he smiled at me and he says she, that's the Jim O'Malley's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the manse and the varnish at the star at the county down. But from Bantry Bay up to Derry King, lost your way to Dublin town. No, me to seem like a brown Colleen that I met in the county down. The harvest fair should be surely there, and I dress in my Sunday clothes. Well, my shoes shone bright and my hat cocked right for a smile from a nut brown rose. No papa smoke, no horse I'll yoke till my plough turns rusty brown. To my smiling bright by the upper fireside is the star of the county down. But from Bantry Bay up to Derry King, rock your way to Dublin town. I know me to seem like a brown Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry King, rock your way to Dublin town. I know me I seem like a brown Colleen that I met in the county down.
A long while ago I was at a folk club in Bradford and there was a really amazing country blues guitarist on, and this guy is from Holland and his name's Hans Stiesing. I don't know if any of you know of him. You know him, yeah? He's a very talented, and any of you that don't know him should really be ashamed of yourselves. I'll sing this now because this is Hans's home country and I'd just sort of like to do it here, and it was in the set anyway. Well, the first time that I met me love was on a Monday morning. The second time I met me love was a Tuesday afternoon. Well, I kisses her on a Wednesday and I couldn't wait for Thursday. For I can tell you now, me boys, that Thursday never came. For 7 days are in the week in almost every circumstance. 4 seasons to the year, well that's what we learnt at school. But you never count your chickens when you're dealing with a pretty maid. For many a wise man went to bed to waken up a fool. Now me love, she take the winter time and turn it into springtime. Me love, she take the barren land and bring it into bloom. Well, I waited through the springtime just to take a walk in summertime. But I can tell you now, me boys, that summer never came. For 7 days are in the week in almost every circumstance. 4 seasons to the year, well that's what we learnt at school. Oh, but you never count your chickens when you're dealing with a pretty maid. For many a wise man went to bed to waken up a fool. For those of you that ever fancy visiting the dirtiest place in Europe, and next time you come over to our country, there are still some marvellous beauty spots to be seen. Perhaps none greater than the country of Wales, the Principality of Wales. Where the circus used to go, and we followed a map past Owen's place, and we feasted on Burnway's misty grace, saying, oh God bless the valley below. We were shadowed by the river's edge and the cleavage and the dirt, counting piles of golden leaves for whatever it was worth. I'll have a place to go. Down on the old Dolgethy Road, let it roll and let it roll. I wanna hear some of that old Welsh soul. Let it roll and let it roll. Many things we need to know. And we drunk our drinks when Harlech drank, and we sang his song and we left our flat and said, oh God bless the valley below. And I remember you as you drove into a town you knew was home, where the land ain't the machinery, where you could hear the engine groan. I've had a place to go. Down on the old Dolgethy Road, let it roll and let it roll. I wanna hear some of that old Welsh soul. Let it roll and let it roll. And a camera at Swallow Falls, and the slate cabins are flying a Festini. I'm climbing up, got back and looking back to it green, the old farmhouse. I'm looking back toward the future, don't you know? Let it roll and let it roll. Now out there in the morning chill, our flags upon the hill when something in the distance started to glow. And above our heads 3 fighters flew, and you looked at me and I looked at you and said, oh God bless the valley below. Now if I am to take you back upon the music of the road, you must close your eyes and ears, my dear, and move it in your heart. Your soul, I've had a place to go. Down on the old Dolgethy Road, let it roll and let it roll.
some of that old world soul. Let it go, let it go. I'm finish this one now, because I always do. Now there was a few hints earlier on that a few of you could actually clap in time, yeah? For those of you that feel this is a bit of a reggae song, I'd like to inform you otherwise. Settled all these ladies, traveling man, I come over the hills from this old band. Away the little lady just as long as I can. You know, baby, you know what I want to do. I want to love you true. Well, you know that I do. I've been hypnotized and sanitized and left for dead. I've been a low on those higher legs. Out of open wine and bread, and you know, baby, you know, I still the idea. But I'm loving you too. Well, you know that I do. Said I've seen the men you entertain. Some got suits and some got brains, but none of them can hold the reins. Way did I do? I've been searched and arrested, smuggling things from a color TVs to diamond rings and dying with porpoise and cakes and things. If you know, baby, you know, I'd rather dine with you. Well, I'm loving you too. Well, you know that I do. Well, I don't like the truth, for I'm living a life, but the beginning's past and the end of this night. Big birds keep falling out of the sky on me, baby, well, I'm falling too. But I'm falling to you. Well, you know that I do. Said I've seen the men you entertain. Some got suits and some got brains, but none of them can hold the reins. The way that I do, I see black into blood red skies, cracks in the earth a mile wide. But the soldiers on the hill, baby, better get inside when we do. Hey, when we do, I wanna love you there too. 'Cause I'm loving you too. You know what I do. Well, you know that you miss me. Look at your legs. 1 point east and 1 point west. If you've got the stamina, I got the test. You know what I wanna do. You know what I wanna do. I wanna love you too. You know what I do. Choo 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 blue. Choo 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 blue. Choo 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 blue choo. Thank you very much. Good night. Please welcome on stage, Jules.
It's an ancient Greek legend about a woman called Pandora, to whom the gods appeared one day and gave a jar and said to her, "Do not open this jar under any circumstances. Never touch it, do not fiddle with it. Don't even look at it for too long, just look after it." And Pandora looked at the jar, night after night after night. And I'll tell you what, she lasted longer than I did, because I'd have lasted about half an hour. Like any woman. Men would last about 2 hours, because they're slower than we are, ladies. And eventually Pandora did what she had to do and opened the jar. Inside the jar was all the ills that humanity have been heir to ever since. It is my eternal fascination with science. And this is called Pandora. It was silent. Now the bustle of the day was gone, extinguished. The cool of night, level and enclosing, settled over the room. No lights were on. Only the moon silvered the figure sitting slumped in the old chair, glass in hand. Oh man. Inch by crawling inch, the research had proceeded. Year after year of failure and mistakes until last week. Until almost by accident. The sequence came clear, formed brilliantly before his tired eyes. Well, here was the means to end the war. The means to end all war. To stop the destruction of all those young men's lives. To finish this wickedness once and for all. Oh, he knew that the other side was in the race as well. It was only a matter of time before one of them chanced upon the path his people had taken. And God help us then, he thought, as he handed in his papers to the department. Adrenaline coursing in his veins. Oh man, he'd been crazy with it. But the dark came swiftly, dropping like a blade, and he groaned aloud in horror. What have I done? What have we made? Eventually, one of the animals survived. The team watched in barely contained joy as it scampered round its cage, oblivious to anything except the absence of pain. Notes were taken by hands shaky with triumph. Oh, finally it was within their grasp. The means to ensure no more children were born warped and agonised by these genetic curses. No more weeping parents would have to cradle the living corpses of their children. The chain of life could be reshaped even before birth. Healthy children, perfect children, could be everyone's expectation. Well, perhaps in years to come, even violence, resentment, stupidity could be eliminated in the womb for the benefit of society. The twisted could be made straight and tall. The ugly, beautiful. The brown eyes changed to blue. Oh! Someone's just walked over my grave. One of the team joked, look, there's goosebumps all up my arm. It's got cold in here suddenly, hasn't it? Hasn't it? If you truly believed, with all your heart, that you could heal the sick, bring hope to the desperate, or peace to this torn world at last, what would you do? What could you do? Would you clasp your secret to you in the desperate hope that you could halt the savage tide of evolution? Poor Pandora. Do you really think she had a choice? Now, you know we come from England. And in England there is this wonderful myth, this lovely story, this terrific idea that you only have to go to Amsterdam and you need never see the world straight again. And you can see busloads of hippies leaving Dover every weekend. So you must be happy to know that we send you the most boring people in England, and I'm very sorry about that. There really is nothing more boring than a drug addict. People always say it's terribly romantic and interesting to be a drug addict. In actual fact, it's probably one of the most boring occupations you could intend to have for a lifetime's work. I don't know if you know anybody that's heavily into smoking hashish or anything, but it's like you're walking down the street and they come towards you and you say, "Hello, John." And they go, "Hello. Do you want to come and smoke a bit of hash?" And you go, "I never asked you that. I just asked how you were." "I've got some really good Lebanese in if you want." I just wanted to know how you were. "Me? Dunno, but we could go back to my place and roll a couple." And they all talk like that as well. I can't understand it. It must be some medical fact about hashish that makes your throat close up and your brain go. And they have all these advertisements in England about how you're not supposed to take heroin because it's like a bad thing to do. And they have all these very bad actors on the television covered in stick-on pimples saying, "Don't do it." It just makes it look much more interesting than it actually is. And they have this like really bad idea. People have this really strange idea that what happens is, right, you're going to leave this club tonight. You'll be walking through a dark alleyway and a man in a long black cloak will leap out and stick a syringe in your bottom, bang, like that, and jack you full of heroin, and that's that. You've been an addict for the rest of your life. But it isn't like that. You have to try really hard and be very, very boring for a very long time before you actually become a heroin addict. It's a lifetime's occupation. For those of you who want to know what it's like, this is called Kings of the World. Barry jerks awake in the reddish gloom of the living room, his legs agonisingly stitched with cramp. For a few blank seconds, he can't remember where he is. He had been entangled in a dream where his mother had been calling him for school with the insane repetition of a jackhammer. He rolls off the dusty sofa, still wrapped in his DOS bag, and futilely tries to massage his calves. Eventually, the twisting pain subsides and he staggers, unbalanced, into the kitchen, and taking a mug out of the pile of unwashed pots, he spoons some instant coffee into it and fills it up from the hot tap. He gropes for his cigarettes and lights up, taking a savage lungful and rubbing his rough chin. Oh man, where the fuck am I? He thinks, eyeing the greasy room. Oh yeah, this must be Mandy's place. Course, we came here after the party. Jesus, my head kills. That gear must have been dog fucking rough. Upstairs, Mandy shifts about uncomfortably in the sour tangle of nylon quilts, Richie snoring into her right ear. She wishes the baby would just be born and get it over with. It's doing her head in, dragging this lump about. Well, thank Christ, Jane gave her that huge baggie all-in-one. At least she doesn't have to look totally stupid. She reaches out from the mattress with a greenish-white arm and fumbles about on the floor for the half-smoked joint she left there last night. Lighting it, she draws deep and shakes Richie awake. Oh, go and make some tea, Rich. Go on. Will you give me some of that first, eh, you? He grunts. And taking the glowing stub, he stumbles downstairs in his raggy old tracky bottoms. There's no point drawing the curtains, so they just sit in the half-dark and watch TV while they do a few hot knives. Then, while Mandy goes and paints her face, the boys do a bit of speed and share a can of lager. When Mandy appears in her purple baggy and ethnic-type skull cap, her lips as red as the broken gas fire's glow. They get a taxi into town and hit the bar where they've arranged to score some E before going on to the rave. Days pass like this. Weeks suck past in a fever. Barry stays with Mandy and Rich for a couple of months, then wanders off to the Midlands because it's a happening sort of place at the moment. And he doesn't want to stick around after the birth. The thought of the baby and the attendant hassle, man, it unnerves him. Behind the fragile shelter of their imitation pride, that swaggers and brags of outlaw romance and a fine contempt for the world and its realities. The children sit, knees pulled up, and hands clamped tight over their ears, their eyes and mouths sealed shut. They rock back and forth silently, soft and weak, unable to deal with their own flawed and human selves. Mandy's baby is born dead. Richie goes back to his mother for the 4th time, and Barry gets arrested and sent to prison for running someone else's coke. Dream on. It'll be over soon enough. This is a true story. I want you to imagine we are no longer in this place, but we are in a military court of law. 2 people will speak. First a lawyer, and then a boy soldier. The boy that this poem is about is still in prison. This is Musket, Fife and Drum. I wouldn't say he is the perfect soldier, my lord, but he is a very good soldier. Admittedly, his record isn't spotless, but there's nothing that cannot be accounted for by youthful high spirits. And he is very young, barely 20, very fit, bright, proved to be extremely amenable to training. There is no evidence of psychological disturbance. However, he can give no definite explanation, or indeed a reason, for his actions. So now, with your permission, of course, my lord, I should like to call the boy to the witness box. I don't know why I did it, sir. Well, I think we had some stupid argument in camp the night before over a card game. Oh, we play cards a lot, sir. It's the boredom, you see. Oh, mind you, it's enough to make anyone ratty, listening to that shelling and those wogs killing each other day in, day out. And there's nothing for us to do, sir, since we're there to keep the peace. Bit of a joke, that, sir. If you don't mind me saying so. Oh, well, we were all well and truly stalled off, sir. Shut up all the time. Oh, anyhow, I think Smithy said that I'd cheated. Yeah, but I hadn't, sir. And he wouldn't leave off. All that night, needling me. And the next day, on patrol, sir, well, I told him. I told him to pack it in, or I'd let him have it. I didn't mean it. But I was upset. And then the other two, they just laughed. And said that I was all mouth, and that I always had been. And it's funny, sir, I remember really clear how hot and how dusty it was. And I could hear, inside my head, Sergeant Becker's voice from combat training, shouting, "Kill that bastard! Kill, you little fuck!" fucking Nancy boy! And I just held my finger on the trigger. And what happened after that, dear God, was like a dream. You've been most patient with my lack of Dutch, some of you anyway. Some lads just won't shut up no matter what, will they? Those of you taking exams in English, think of this as a good lesson. How not to speak English in an examination. I'd like to take you to my town, in our heads, momentarily. I'm sure it's not much different places around here either. This is called Nemesis. There's an estate at the back of our house. A sprawl of ill-built council houses, pebble-dash-peeling, broken fences. One of the families has a mongrel puppy that keeps running lost into our garden, so I take it back to them, often. The woman always answers the door, standing, blinking, framed by the greasy darkness of the hallway, a tumble of grubby children clutching at her skirt. I hold the puppy. She stares at me, mouth slightly open. I hand the wriggling, licky dog to her, and like a worn-out cassette, excuses whine from her. The same ones she uses to everyone, always. Oh, it's not my fault. I couldn't help it. I had him tied up. It must have been the kids did it. Once her husband was there. Short, stocky, red-faced, reckoned himself cock of the street, beer guts straining his shirt buttons. I got a real mouthful of him. She just stood there staring like a broken doll, while the children set to howling. While he was yelling at me, I noticed one of the kids, the eldest. He wasn't crying with the rest. I must have been staring, because the child looked up at me, and in his snotty, grimy face, eyes bright with intelligence shone at me. I can't forget that. I can't forget the stab of surprise, and the horrible knowledge of what that bright child's life will be, with his worn-out zombie mother, and his stupid, drunken father, cheated of his chances in useless schools, ignored by a corrupt and wicked government, denied, beaten, dispossessed, and shoved into the numbing, inevitable round of frustration, fighting, and savage boredom, while the children of the middle classes piss away their privileges in the student union bar and prop up the tottering society that shelters their inadequacies. Everything faded, but the child's gaze as he stood at the rickety gate, his fate certain and damned. And I want to pull all this injustice down, destroy it all in blood and fire. Not next year, not tomorrow, but now. This moment, this very second, level it, raise it, and start again clean. So he's got a hope. So we've all got a hope. Good night. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Slade the Leveller.
Oh, South America, protected by money and powerful friends. Open the world is forgotten by now, all the things you did in the Nazi death camps, the people that you tortured and killed. Well, you can live your life in expectant fear, sure someday you'll be made to pay. I believe in justice, I believe in vengeance, I believe in getting the bastard, getting the bastard, getting the bastard. Man looks over just in clothes with an empty heart, head full of money, but says I'm not allowed to just 14 years, took sort of close like a long lost brother. It's really cool, all the pop stars do. If you don't try a little, you really be a fool. Tell you what I'll do, I'll make the first one free, and when you want some more, just come back to me. I say, I believe in justice, I believe in vengeance, I believe in getting the bastard, getting the bastard, getting the bastard. Top dog fascist gets the boys in the corner, plants poison. Well, it was just confusion. Walks away, he's got free and laughing, and rides on the tide as the cancer grows. And the business on corruption charges with millions of dollars in dirty money gets just £1,000 fine after months in court, while the lawyers get fat and the law gets what say. I believe in justice, I believe in vengeance, I believe in getting the bastard, getting the bastard, getting the bastard. I believe in justice, I believe in vengeance, I believe in getting that bastard, getting the bastard, getting the bastard now. When Joey puts her makeup on really well, she looks cool in the flashing lights. And all the boys gossip about the shape of her legs on these muddled up drunken nights. And it's all got to end up between the sheets, where she cool like a virgin dove. But really she just doesn't wanna be alone, and if you want, you can call her love. Yeah, M6 southbound, roadside cafe on a wild, wet, windy night. There's a kid in a sleeping bag huddled in a corner, trying to beg a light. He's got mum and dad tattooed on his arm from when he thought that that would make it alright. He's got open fear on his young boy's face, another innocent taking place, saying, give me some place where I can go, where I don't have to justify myself. Swimming out alone against this tide, looking for family, looking for tribe, looking for family, yeah, looking for tribe, looking for family, looking for tribe. Survive on my own for a while or so. I'm on a whim or a bottle of wine, just trying to make sense of these new surroundings. I've only changed my name a couple of times. Take me back, Joey, well, I'm really sorry. Can you try to make a happy home? But she's gone with someone else, and they started a family, trying for a clan of their own. So give me some place where I can go, where I don't have to justify myself, swimming out alone against this tide, looking for family, looking for tribe, looking for family, oh, looking for tribe, looking for family, searching for tribe. Live too fast and still not die before I get old, before I get old. I'm gonna see you raised above this place, watch the moment shine upon your face before I get old, before I get old. Watch the sunset over every sea, every city wall, every mountain peak before I get old. And all the lights and the Southern Cross, the harvest time, miles of dust and the blowing wind across. So wrap this coat around yourself and let's leave what's done behind. There's so much left for us to do, and yet there's so little time. I'm gonna pull the fences to the ground, watch the twisted towers come tumbling down and start. I wanna be a hero and a villain, and a father and a son. Take care of my body and abuse it still until everything goes numb. So let's make this dance and never fear there's any real reason why we're all here. Live real fast, still not die before I get old. Live real fast, still not die before I get old. Things we love may remain here still. There is time to wait, and there is time to kill. I see your outstretched hands through the closing door, but it's a far better thing I do than I have done before. a search for reason, and the knowing and the fear of the passing season now. Please give me strength to cut and to keep our secrets. Please give me strength to cut the things we love. They remain here still. There is time to wait. There is time to kill. I see your outstretched hands through the closing door. But it's a far better thing I do than I have done before. So it seems that murder's not so hard. I'll eat some flesh and blood each day. And if I believe the things I write through the passing season, then with a rifle in my hand and with 1,000 reasons I'll wait far above the crowd in the summer sunshine. And history changes now forever. The things that we love, they remain here still. There is time to wait, there is time to kill. I see your outstretched hands to the closing door. But it's a far better thing I do than I have done before. Yeah, it's a far better thing I do than I have done before. It's a far better thing I do than I have done before. It's a far better thing I do than I have done before. It's a far better thing I do than I have done before. Take the reverb off it a bit, I think. Yeah, take it off. This is a sort of clap along one, really. Bury the hatchet with a smile and a curse. The world is big enough for both of us. The pack's been shuffled now, we've got different hands. There's different enemies for both of us now. No one round here remembers those times when we were little kings of our own different sides. Was I the punk that stole your thunder, or was it just all the other way round? So it's gone, done, the feud is over. Funny how vendettas just turn into a bore. Gone, done, the feud is over. I really can't be bothered anymore. Bury the hatchet with a smile and a curse. The world is big enough for both of us. But that bitching was fun while it lasted, till I got to realise no one really cared. So it's gone, done, the feud is over. Funny how vendettas just turn into a bore. Gone, done, the feud is over. I really can't be bothered anymore. It's such a waste of my time thinking of you. and shuffle, now we've got different hands, and this whole thing is just ridiculous. The time I think most clearly, the time I drift away, is on the bus ride that meanders up these valleys of green and grey. I get to think about what might have been and what may yet come true, and I get to pass a rainy mile thinking of you. And all the while, I still hear that call to the land, the land that beckons to our soul. Nothing changes here very much. You used to say it never will. The pubs, they're all full on Friday nights, and things get started still. We spent hours last week with Billy Boy, bleeding, yeah, queuing in casualty. Stare at those posters we used to laugh at, never laughed. Palm trees by the sea. Well, there was no need for those guys to hurt him so bad when all they had to do was knock him down. But no one asked too many questions like that anymore since you left this town. And tomorrow brings another train, another young brave steals away. But you're all I wanna remember from these valleys of the green and the grey. We used to talk about winners and losers all the time, as if that was all there was, as if we were not of the same blood family, as if we lived by different laws. You owe so much less to these rain-swept hills than you owe to your good self. Is it true that the world has always got to be something that seems to happen somewhere else? For God's sake, don't you realize that I still hear that call? Do you think you're so brave just to go running that which beckons to our soul? And tomorrow brings another train, another young brave steals away. But you're all I wanna remember from these valleys of the green and the grey. Not for 1 second do you look behind you as you were walking away. Never once did you wish any of us well, those who had chosen to stay. And if that's what it takes to make it in the place that you live today, then I guess you'll never read these letters that I sent. And the valleys of green and He's injured. We've heard those stories. If you want to see Ruud Gullit back again, you have to say, like, you have to pretend it's an encore, you know, more. We're not going anywhere, we're stuck here. So, we'll do a song together, alright? Very badly. We'll do one together, very badly. On guitar, the Rev Hammer. On bass, Brett Ruud Gullit. And on Joe's harp, Joe. This should be, if it goes well, really bad. So you have to sing this, alright? Because we don't know the words. As I was going over the Cork Kerry Mountains, I spied Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. First produced me pistol, and then I produced me rapier. Since then I've delivered, for I am the poor deceiver, my sheriff, Mamadou. Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I counted out his money, and it made a pretty penny. So I put it in my pocket, and I took it home to Jenny. She swore and she sighed, and she never would deceive me. But the devil take the women, for they never can be easy. But Sheriff Mamadou. Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I went to be trained for taking a little smoke. I dripped gold and jewels, and sure it was no wonder when Jenny took the charges and she filled them up with water. Then she wrapped Captain Farrell to be paid for the slaughter. But Sheriff Mamadou. Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. You got that now, that. A Jaws harp solo.
Can you hear it? Shut up a minute. I haven't done this yet. Shut up. Wow, wow, wow.
Was early in the morning as I awoke to travel. Up comes a band of Manson, likewise Captain Farrell. None refused the charges, she stolen away the rapier. I couldn't shoot the water, so the prisoner I was taken. For Sheriff Mamadou. Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, what if anyone could help me? It's me, bothering behind me. If I can find this station, being cold or empty lonely, and if you'll rescue me, we'll go roving in Kilkenny. And I bet he'll treat me better than my darling sporting Jenny. For Sheriff Mamadou. Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. One more time. Whack.
Maybe we'll come back to Holland next time round, all right?
One clog-wearing nation to another.
Here's an old folk song. An old, yeah. This is a well-known Dutch folk song. Look out at your windows, watch the skies. Read all the instructions with bright blue eyes. We're WASPs, yeah, proud American sons. We know how to clean our teeth, how to strip down the gun, 'cause we're the United States of America. Yeah, we're the United States of America. Yeah, we're the United States of America.
Star-spangled Jack flutters so proud over the nuts and heads of the merry patriotic crowd. You can't tip your hat to the Yankee conquerors. Got no rents under the beds, with guns under our pillows. We're the United States of America. Yes, it's the United States of America. There is the United States of America.
Wanna sing?
Here in the land of opportunities, I can revel in our liberties. Well, you can say what you like, but it doesn't change anything. But the corridors of power, that ocean away, we're the United States of America. Yeah, we're the United States of America. This is the United States of America.
Just where you live then? You live around here? You live around here?
No, I live in Rotterdam.
What a strange place this is.
Yeah, it's small.
It's only because of prongs that we're doing this. I never looked at a map. I said, yeah, we'll do it. I looked at the map. But...
Richard will ask you.
Yeah.
Why you look so
Just Marco.
Yeah?
He's busy.
Marco. Ja, als hij eerst gaat staan, een beetje van die africhten. Als hij in plaats van hier werken.
Ja.
Weet je daar het beste staat? Denk het hebben.
als deze vol is, gaat het kleuren. Oh, netjes.
Ik moet wel foto's voor rode haren.
Ja, ik ken de 16. Ja, maar het is de Red Sky Coven. Het is de Red Sky Coven.
Ja, dat kan wel mee.
Ja.
Verder ook sowieso.
Ja.
Ja, nee, maar normaal. Jullie daar ook wat zo. Normaal is hier de batterie. Ja. En dan van de was of het hier. De was zou weer die. Ja, hoe of dat zijn af als je het uiteindelijk. Ja.
Ja, ik sta erop.
Zo wordt hij opgenomen.
Ja,
In en uit.
maar die hebben we zelf niet idee.
Ah ja, weet je wat je was, een beetje gaan wisselen. Dan gewoon een beetje...
Nou, meedraaien. Wij zijn ook links en rechts nemen hoor.
Ja. En als je met z'n tweeën spelen, dan kun je gewoon maar een tweede nemen. Als je iets draait en iets uitzoekt. Dan ga ik hem even een beetje goed zetten. Kijk, nou zie je het net niet meer.
Gonna kiss girls and make them cry. Live too fast, still not die. For I get old, for I get old. I'm gonna see you raised above this place. Watch the moment shine upon your face. For I get old, for I get old. Some reverb on the guitar. Some reverb on the guitar. Does that sound like? Alright.
You wanted constantly a little bit purple, yeah.
Sorry?
Constantly a little bit.
Only for this song.
Voilà.
I just want some with a
I
keyboard.
hope I remember.
It's very easy. Just think of Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ja,
Ik weet het, ik weet het niet.
oké. Ja, want laat
ik er
alles
aan denk,
openstaan,
hoor.
weet je wel, dan niks.
Dat was die klap.
Nee. En dan klinkt zo op. De ruimte doet nog niet. En straks staat het vol, dus dat heb je wel nodig.
Ja.
Laat ik dat ook een keer doen. Ja, eentje kan wel.
From the tattoo shop, I'll give you the night and I think it's £10. don't know how much to send for. I don't know if he's ever. You might get it from Happy
Is je leeg?
down.
Hey.
Maar ik denk dat je...
See, he writes to me.
Two, it's really muffled. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2.
Well, the punch drunk stood in the middle of the ring, and the referee stood between Murphy and him. They had to rung that bell when their head went cracking up. 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
You get worn out with the same songs.
Well, the punch drunk stood in the middle of the ring, and the referee stood between Murphy and him. They had to rung that bell when the head went in. Punch drunk stagger with blood on the Gino, but I ain't here to raise no lid. For him white chapel road, but they say, well, that's just the way it works.
Yeah, covers me.
It's just days. 2. 2. Yeah, it's the monitor sound that I'm talking about. 2. Is it ringing there? 2. One, 2.
Yeah, so.
2. 2.
We have some.
2. 2.
We're sending some. We're doing it anyway. You're gonna go.
2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, the first time that I met my love was on a Monday morning. The second time I met my love was a Tuesday afternoon. Well, our kisses are on a Wednesday, and I couldn't wait for Thursday. For I can tell you now, we will know.
Oh, excellent.
2, 2, 2. 1, 2. Yes, better. Just 2, 1, 2. Well, I see fences where there were fences before, and a flesh-turned wire hasn't even rusted round the door. Well, of all the beauty of the...
Yeah, fine. All the videos.
Ja, van hij horen die andere.
Dan die één kan mij er altijd wel uithalen.
Ja, maar dan moet
Rob zei dat toen mee.
die helemaal terug. En ik heb hem meestal, maar ik heb hem meestal.
One day ahead. We don't know.
Die, ja, maar
Eén kaart.
Tomorrow.
Hoef je nou niet te doen.
ja, nee, maar Daniel heeft hem heel niks gebouwd. Eén kaart, hè, van 400 switch op de nul.
Hij zit nog veel te vet uit.
Joppie zit nog op de camera.
If it gets hot or anything, we all go completely crazy.
Oh,
Because it's like, and there's this great thing, the first day that it's very hot. Right, everyone goes, oh, isn't it wonderful? At last, the winter is... Just go crazy with clothes. Because, I mean, if you notice, when it's hot, you wear clothes that you would never black. I'm now wearing purple, green, yellow, orange shorts. I can't believe it, it's untrue. Because I come from Bradford, which is in the north of England. And it's a very straight town. It's a very kind of a normal town. It's what the Americans call a redneck. You're great, and they do it in this, and they're walking down the street doing it. You know, that song they always sing. What are you singing? Stage. Sorry about that. And the other one is. It will rain shortly. The shining streets, slick with dirt, will be guttered with little torrents foaming into backed-up drains. Girls with splattered stockings will squeal their... Things have changed. Yes, things have changed. We watched a river, but you all said those people were hungry, and they knew exactly who their tyrant was.
Blaze of suicidal glory, not foolish and brave these leaders of ours, just stupid, petty, unworthy of power, just a little leak here, and a small error there, and another square mile, get poisoned forever, a series of sad and pathetic little fizzles, out go the lights, never to return.
I shook my head when I looked with a feeling, and I said, since I hear young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bannister, the star of the countdown of a bunch. Would the harvest fair she be surely there? A bunch of players, Terry King. Some got suits and some got brains, but none of them can hold the reins. Away did I do? I've been searched and arrested, smuggling things from my color TV. I love you too. You know that I do. Well, I don't like a true for I'm living and dying with other you.
And I'll tell you what, she lasted longer than I did, because I'd have lasted about half an hour. Like any woman. Men will last about 2 hours, because they're slower than we are, ladies. I don't know why I did it, sir. Well, I think we had some stupid argument in camp the night before over a card game. Oh, we play cards a lot, sir. It's the boredom, you see. Oh, mind you, it's enough to make anyone ratty, listening to that shelling and those wogs killing each other day for peace. Bit of a joke, that, sir. If you don't mind me saying so. Oh.
Some beer, sure some till everything goes numb. So let's make this dance and never fear there's any real reason why we're all here. Live real fast, still not die before I kill. Live real fast, still not die before I kill. Rainy mile, thinking of you. And all the while, I still hear that call to the land you'll wonder that beckons to our soul. Nothing changes here very much. You used to say it never will. The pubs are all full on Friday nights when things get started still. We spent hours last week with Billy Boy, bleeding, yeah, queuing in casualty. Stare at those posters we used to laugh at, never laughed. Palm trees by the sea. Well, there was no need for those guys wanting so bad when all they had to do was knock you down. But no one asked too many questions, love, anymore since you left this town. And tomorrow brings another train, another young brain steals away. But you're all I wanna remember from these bodies of the green and the grey. We used to talk about winners and losers all the time, as if that was all there was, as if we were not of the same blood family, as if we lived by different laws. You owe so much less to these rain-swept hills than you owe to your good self. Is it true that the world has always got to be something that seems to happen somewhere else? For God's sake, don't you realize that I still hear that call? You think you're so brave just to go running that which beckons to our soul. And tomorrow brings another train, another young brain steals away. But you're all I wanna remember from these valleys of the green and the grey. For 1 second, do you look behind you as you were walking away? Never once did you wish any of us well, those who had chosen to stay. But if that's what it takes to make it in the place that you live today, then I guess you'll never read these letters that I sent in the valleys of green and grey. Valleys of the green and grey. It made a pretty penny, so I put it in my pocket and I took it for the chin. She's all around, she's lying, and she never would deceive me. But the devil takes the women, for they never can be easy. But sure, never do I now. Whack for me, daddy-o, whack for me, daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. What I went to be treated for to take the little trouble out. Likewise, Captain Barrel, produced charging, she's stolen away from bacon. I couldn't shoot the water, so I was taken for shouting out of Ramana. Back for me, daddy-o, back for me, daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, well, if anyone could help me, it's me, brother, and me army. If I can find this station, being called the Red Club. And if you'll rescue me, we'll go all in till Kenny. And I bet he'll treat me better than my darling sporting Jenny. For Sheriff, I'm back for me, daddy-o, back for me, daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. One more time. For Sheriff, back for me, daddy-o, back for me, daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Thank you very much. We've had a good time. Maybe we'll come back to Holland next time round, all right?
One cloth-wearing nation to another.
Like green eye tea, I never sit down and gun goods with the streets of America. Yeah, with the states of America. Yeah, with the states of America. Here in the land of opportunity, but the glory goes no power, there